So I just got off making the last video, which was about the fear of missing out and how to overcome the temptations and anxieties of, I guess, regular life, which is the fear of missing out paradigm, basically. If you want to know more about that, you should watch that video. Just visit the channel page. You know where to go. But it occurs to me while I was making that video that I probably should explain what the heck I'm even doing here, because I'm sitting here making these videos and people are probably like, okay, but why are you talking? And oh, I missed the the frame. The whole reason that I'm doing this is because I, along with other people, am getting sick and tired of YouTube's content wheel at the moment. The world has become very TikTok-ish in the sense that there's not any point to not any point to the entire content machine, as it were. It's all become very bloated and overproduced and stale. Like, Mr. Beast videos aren't even that entertaining anymore because it's like really trying to push the point of like, look at us trying to be engaging. You should really like our stuff. And I'm like, I should, yeah, but the notion of these videos really trying to make me enjoy them makes me kind of not want to enjoy them, because it's too much. It's kind of that idea that there can be too much of a good thing, right? YouTube's motto back in the day was broadcast yourself. And I actually talked to a friend on voice chat last night, and he didn't even know that YouTube had a motto back in the day, which surprised me, but also kind of informed me that there's a lot of people out there who don't actually know what YouTube was meant for. YouTube was not meant to be social media, and it certainly wasn't meant to be the parasocial media that we know it as today. That's what I call it. It's this notion of, well, I'll explain it in a second, because I want to define what I mean by social media and media first. Social media is what platforms like Facebook and I guess by proxy Instagram and Twitter were designed to be, which is more of a social update in life. Very much a keeping up with people. Like, I remember Dad telling me stories about how he met college friends that he hadn't seen or heard from in like 20 plus years on Facebook, and all of a sudden it was this magical revolutionary thing that changed the world because he was actually able to talk to his friends again and like be friends with them on Facebook. And of course, in my generation, being friends with somebody on Facebook or Instagram or you following each other doesn't necessarily mean that you're friends. And that's kind of what the parasocial media thing is about, is that it takes this term, social media, these platforms that stick to that old method of social media, or at least the facade of it. And I say the facade of it because what they do instead is either they're corporatized, so either you're following an account that's become very much a corporate entity, or you're following somebody who leads such a different life from you and they're much more popular than you, and you just watch them for entertainment value, which is just media. So it's like I follow Metallica. Metallica is very much a corporate entity. They are very much media. Metallica is much more a media company now than a band, because their presence online is more of a media presence than a social media presence. Social media has very much had the word social and the meaning of social taken out of it over the last, really over the last 5 years. Ever since that whole coronavirus scare happened, the parasocial element of media has drastically exploded. Like, the gap between the average Joe and anybody with an ounce of popularity is tremendous. It makes numbers look a lot bigger than they actually are. And at the same time, it makes numbers look a lot smaller than they actually are. Because with how popular everybody can become nowadays, because social media has just transformed into media, and now everyone wants their chance at the lottery ticket of media. And it kind of defeats the purpose of it. Because you wonder to yourself, like, okay, I can set up a YouTube channel and I can get all these subscribers, and like you grind your butt off for 5 years and maybe you get like 1,000 subscribers, right? Whereas this other guy grinded for maybe 2 years and got 20 or 50,000 subscribers. And you wonder, how in the world is that fair? I did everything right. I did everything in the equivalent fashion of my niche as he did with his niche. Why is it not working? And I don't know if it's a question of whether or not it's working as much as it is, like, some people attribute it to luck. I don't really know if it's luck or not. I know that there's a luck element involved with it that really shouldn't be there, but that's kind of besides the point. The point that I'm trying to make is media has become the thing to consume above all things. And it didn't used to be like that. I mean, certainly cable TV didn't used to behave like that, even when our parents were kids, you know. People actually cared, and, you know, parents were actually decent with moderating the TV and the content you consumed. But again, it wasn't necessarily content that you consumed. That's the term that I know how to use, because that's the terms that I've grown up with. That's what I understand it to be. And it's not actually that. It's that there was stuff to watch at a certain time of day. You would come home from school and there were certain shows that you would watch. Like my dad would watch, you know, those old 80s animes back when he was a kid, in the 80s. And there was stuff like Robotech and Big O, and later in the 90s he would watch stuff like Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. And there's all these excellent shows that exist out there that aired just on TV when kids came home from school. And there was also baseball too. There was sports to watch. And that's not necessarily content. That was the, I guess, back in the days, idea of entertainment, you know? And the idea of entertainment being something just to consume for the heck of it isn't something that was ever a thought until the last, like, really 10 to 20 years. The internet drastically changed the way we viewed things as a whole, especially in the entertainment area. And my dad actually says that that's because of the music industry, largely. Because they were the first major industry to come into the internet and find a reason find a reason to corporatize everything. And everything became a different kind of entertainment, this entertainment that you just had to feed into because it was entertainment. And why wouldn't you want entertainment, right? And so it's a very odd thing to talk about, like, with my parents and grandparents, because they didn't have entertainment so readily accessible, and they also, entertainment meant just a different thing back in the day. Nowadays it means something so very different, and it didn't even used to be like this when the internet started. Like, to get back to the point of this video, YouTube was this place that kind of bridged the gap between media and social media, where it was very much more social media than it is now. And I can definitely attest to that, because my own grandparents used to have accounts where they would post stuff, and still do. My grandfather up north posted a video about his new snowplow that he acquired. And it got like 2,000 views. And from a standpoint of, ooh, views, I find that impressive. But I find it impressive that he still uses YouTube in the fashion that it was actually designed for, which is informational. People would post their tutorials on how to do stuff because it was a means of helping out their fellow man. Or they're just, it was used as a file sharing medium. And that's something that I miss about YouTube, because it wasn't about the grind. And while I don't mind there being a grind, as it were, for making money and stuff, it was never the original point. The original point was merely to broadcast yourself. As soon as the music industry came in and people figured out that they could stinking put ads up on their videos, and like Google AdSense was created and people could make money just by existing on the platform and fulfilling very vague certain requirements, like everybody wanted to make money. It's ridiculous. And I think that's why YouTube stopped being so much fun to watch. And I mean, even disregarding the inflation problem that this country, this United States country in particular, has had, content used to be a lot more fun to watch back in the day, and there was a lot more passion put into things. Like Muselk of TF2, and then he completely, corporatized himself. He changed his fun aesthetic to just appease the fans and went to Overwatch and now to Fortnite. And his content has a noticeable difference in it. I know personally, I grew up watching Unspeakable Gaming, which is this dude who used to do Minecraft videos with friends like Moosecraft and Shark, and he was super entertaining to watch as a kid, even though a lot of the stuff was like fake or embellished, and it was honestly ridiculous, the kind of things he did. But it was really, really funny. And now it's very bland, like typical, I suppose, YouTube content, where it's just, honestly, it's just rich person stuff. And rich person stuff can get very annoying to watch. And I'm not saying that because I'm poor, but I'm sure a lot of you guys would say that. It's like, oh, you just don't like it because you're poor. And it's like, no, it's not because I don't have money. It's that it's not relative, or not relative. It's not relevant to the human experience. It doesn't mean anything to the majority of people except those who just desire nothing more than the material riches of the world. And from a vague standpoint, there's nothing wrong with desiring those material riches. What there is a problem with is posing it as something normal, and then under the guise of what YouTube and social media at large postures itself to be, saying you can do this too. And honestly, I think that started with the era of Let's Plays, because I never enjoyed watching Let's Plays when I was a kid, because Let's is the contraction for let us play. And I was always annoyed by that because I wasn't the one playing. I didn't get to play. And so I'm sitting here like, why should I care about you playing if you're posturing it as us? Because it's not us. Clearly, it's not us. And, you know, obviously I learned later that it's just one of those things where, oh, shoot, yeah, I don't even have wood for an axe right now. I got to run down and get some more wood. It was one of those things where, like, I mean, people even do that now when they beat a level in a game or win a certain race. It's like, oh, we did it. We didn't do anything. We support you by watching you on the screen and somebody else pays you. There was never a we. The we part comes into the comment section, which is the most important part of any platform as a whole, because it's honest to God feedback. And it's something that I value more than anything. So if you are watching this far, please comment what you think of all these thoughts. And also, at the end of the video, when you're done, comment what your favorite colored sheep is. Is it the rare pink ones? Is it the white ones, the brown ones, the black ones? You know, the red sheep? I haven't seen a red sheep before. I've seen an orange sheep once. That was the rarest sheep I ever saw. I have never seen a pink sheep in my own life. I've seen it in other videos, and I've never seen a red sheep outside of somebody dyeing it. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I'm trying to go back to the old ways of YouTube where you can just broadcast yourself and you can just, you know, speak your mind, not have people run down your throats because you have high quality editing content and stuff, and you don't need to be flamed for having a slightly different opinion, and you can just experience the human experience. And there's very few channels that still retain that treasure today. And I've begun seeing a rise in that kind of content again with the types of guys like Loki Martin and Nico. And I really enjoy that, and I wanted to make it too, because, and not just because I want in on the bandwagon, although I do want in on that bandwagon because it is a paradigm that I support so wholeheartedly that I want to be a part of it. It's been something that I've thought of for a long time, and to see people actually do it finally got basically inspired the guts within me to buck up and actually actually do it. So now I'm doing it. So I wonder what you guys think of this video. Please comment down below what you think. Let me know. I'm not signing off just yet because I want to kind of finish up some construction and probably want to build some tools. But I want to cut some more trees down and probably replant them. Although I don't have bone meal necessarily to accelerate their growth. Yeah. In the meantime, I guess I'll give you guys a life update because I want to know how your guys' day went. And so in my attempt to be more personable, I'm going to tell you all a little bit about my life. I wrote a song recently and released it, and it was really nice. Work is slow but good. For those who don't know, which is probably all of you because I'm fairly new to this entire scene as a whole, I work legal transcription. So I listen to audio and type it all out, and sometimes I proofread the AI transcripts of like crystal clear audio because AI can do a pretty good job nowadays. And so I just been doing that. It's been pretty nice. I'm going to put some dirt down right there so that I can actually have it look better. It's slow, but it goes pretty well, you know. I'm trying my best to make some money, marry the love of my life, and overall just have a very pleasant life, I suppose. I hope your guys' day has been going good. I would certainly hate to hear if you had a bad day, but, you know, if you did have a bad day, I hope that this video makes it better for you somehow. I know that for some people, just hearing the voice of somebody who, I guess, cares helps, and I certainly care. And if there's anything I can do to help, you just let me know in the comments. Maybe you want me to talk about something, your specific situation, and you want to ask for help, I can try to help you out. And I know that's a really tall order because, you know, trusting a YouTuber with your life is a very nasty thing. And that's the other thing, too, about the internet, is that, like, even in today's world, there's so much fake news and fake help out there. Like, all these people that posture themselves as, like, coaches or advise you through life, you know, they want to help you and help you out. Like, I fell for this scam one time where these people, and I'm going to say their names because I don't want you guys to fall into the same trap if you guys yourselves are composers. This Music for Income company was something I saw in an Instagram ad, and they said that they hook you up with high-profile people in the music industry to get you more composing work. And I was like, okay, I'll try that out. And it turns out that the coaching doesn't actually really exist that much, and they just want your money. And it's like a 4-figure range pricing for all the coaching, and it's ridiculous. And I bailed on it, and I was like, no, it just ain't right, you know? So be wary of people on the internet, which is a really ridiculous thing to say because people really should behave themselves and not... Such a thing like that shouldn't be said. We really should be able to trust our fellow man more. And I'm frustrated all the time that I can't or don't because I don't think I can. Because I've been burned one too many times. And it stinks, you know. But, you know, if you guys do want to talk about your issues or if you had a good day, you know, let me know in the comments. I hope to hear from you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys just have a good day after this. Or if you're watching this at night, I hope you have a good night and that you get some good sleep. Because Lord knows, even I don't get good sleep anymore. Which kind of sucks. But, you know, I get nightmares a lot. So that might be a video for another time. But, yeah. All right, time to make the floor. I will make the floor in the next video where I will talk about something, I'm sure. So, yeah. Bye.